This is a First Warn Tri-Cities Severe Weather Alert. Here is Chief Forecaster Skylar Doyle.
All right, we welcome you in. This is a First Warn Tri-Cities Severe Weather Alert. I'm First Warn Tri-Cities Chief Forecaster Skylar Doyle. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for a good part of central and southern Smith County and a good part of Grayson County. This storm does have the now tornado possible tag on it. Rotation has strengthened back up enough now that the National Weather is starting to get concerned that we could have a possible tornado within this. So there's a couple areas of rotation. One is right here north of Grove, one is just north of Marion. And if I move this along, we have rotation approaching Marion right now. So if you're in Marion, I would be inside and another broad area just north of Sugar Grove. So a couple areas of some broad rotation. Now the National Weather Service is tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning until 12:45 p.m. Again, this is for the potential of a thunderstorm producing some damaging wind gusts, and we cannot rule out a tornado. So honestly, I would advise, if you would like, just to go ahead and get in your safe place here in Smith County, or at least be near it, because if the rotation continues to strengthen, which it is over Marion, I'm going to try to pull a Marion camera up. Let me just, it'll be just a moment here, but we are going to take a look over Marion. So again, if you are in the Marion area, you want to make sure that you are kind of on the lowest floor, an interior room, away from windows. Again, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible tag in the Marion area. So again, if you're in Marion, you want to be seeking shelter immediately. A tornado warning could be issued very soon on this cell in the Marion area. So again, if you are in Marion, you want to seek shelter. Let's put this now live. And here we go. So you're taking a live look at Marion in the lower right of your screen. You have a live look of the radar here in the upper right, and we do have rotation on this storm right here over Marion. So again, if you are in Marion, you want to be just steps away from that safe place. Right now, this is a severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible tag on it, but the Weather Service could upgrade this at any second. Right over Marion is where we're tracking some rotation within this severe thunderstorm warning. Again, if we go to the rotation shear tracker, we are again watching the rotation here. Let me advance it up, and again, we're seeing it right here. This is right where we're seeing some rotation within this storm. So if you are in the Marion area, this is a good heads up to try to start moving indoors away from windows. And it's kind of on the southwest flank of this. It's where we kind of watch for rotations if we're going to see any. So again, on the bottom right of your screen, you are seeing downtown, or you're seeing a look over I-81 in Marion from our VDOT cameras. We could also have some hail within this storm. So again, if I switch us to the hail tracker, we are looking at the potential of some hail within this in the Marion area as well. So again, potential up to quarter-size hail with this storm. The main threat is the threat of an isolated tornado and some damaging wind gusts. Isolated tornado threat here over the Marion area. New radar scan. Still watching rotation just now, maybe to the east of Marion. There's another area of rotation to the east of Sugar Grove about to push into Grayson, northern Grayson County as well. So we're tracking two areas of rotation within this severe thunderstorm that does have the tornado possible tag on the warning. We're going to stick with this as long as the warning has a tornado possible tag on it. We're going to stay here on the air to give you the latest severe weather update. So again, severe thunderstorm warning continues for Grayson County, Smith County, and Wythe County. There is a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust potential within this. Also a tornado possible tag on this strong to severe thunderstorm here. And if we go to the rotation tracker, and it will take it a second to load. Again, you're seeing now a little blimp of red here over near the Marion area. That's indicative that rotation might be strengthening a little bit, and then the broad area near Sugar Grove. This is an expansive look at the storm, Marion to Sugar Grove, where we're seeing the potential for damaging winds, very heavy rainfall. There's a flash flood warning in effect in this area as well, and then also damaging winds, hail, and yes, an isolated tornado not being ruled out within this. We're going to go back to double box in just a moment. If you get under a tornado warning, you want to seek shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy structure away from outside walls and windows. A basement would be best, the best place to seek shelter. You would want to evacuate any mobile homes and vehicles. You also want to have hard-sole shoes, helmet, pillows, blanket, something to cover your head, and then maybe even an air horn with you in case you need help if a tornado does hit. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our double box, the Marion camera in the bottom right. I'm in the top left with radar right there. Rotation near Marion might be weakening a little bit. We're watching it, but the rotation to the east of Sugar Grove here, still there definitely for sure, where those reds and those greens are coming together. This is rotation here about to cross the Grayson-Smith County line into Grayson County. So again, Grayson County heads up southern Smith County as well. We're watching the Marion rotation, but want to zoom in on this here, right there. That's where we're watching. That's the potential of a spin-up tornado there near the Sugar Grove area. Furnace Hill, just east of Marion to Ottaway, that's where we're watching the potential there near Marion proper. This polygon is kind of dark red. That is a flash flood warning. We'll turn the GIST alerts. That's a flash flood warning. The yellow polygon is the severe thunderstorm warning here. And this goes until the severe thunderstorm warning until 12:45 p.m. here as it approaches, will head toward the North Carolina state line. If this storm holds together, we will be watching it for parts of Ashe County, North Carolina as well. Now this storm here in the Marion area, it will stay east of Chilhowie, east of Washington County, and as it moves into North Carolina, it should stay east of the Tennessee border. New radar scan here is coming in. And again, this is where we're watching the storm. And if I switch over to velocity, this is also where we're watching. We should get a new velocity scan in a moment. That's where this rotation, where we're watching some rotation here. Let me see if Shear Tracker has updated any. This is kind of a product that will help us see some rotation, and it has. We're now seeing a little bit of that red here to the southeast of Sugar Grove there where we've been watching that rotation very closely. And then it looks like we have a new velocity scan. And we do, and yeah, so this near Ottaway and Marion is not that strong. We're now focused on this area of rotation right here to the east of Troutdale, southeast of Sugar Grove on the Smith-Grayson County line. That's now where we're watching the potential for some rotation within this storm. So if you're in this area, you want to seek shelter just in case a tornado is down. The Weather Service does have a tornado possible tag on this, but that's where we're watching the rotation. This will probably stay northwest of Independence. I do have an Independence camera that we will switch to as the storm gets closer. But again, as this continues to move off to the south and east, we're watching it very closely. And it lines up very well, the rotation does, with where we would possibly expect rotation in a storm like this. And if I scoot the Shear Tracker up to the current scan, you're also seeing it's starting to pick up on that rotation. This is round one of storms that we're going to have. We have more storms coming later this afternoon and evening, scattered in nature. So again, if you haven't saw storms yet, that don't mean you're not going to. If I switch to the day one SPC outlook real quick and then put us to just a normal view, you will see most of the area is in a level 2 out of 5. That's a slight risk of severe thunderstorms. That means some damaging wind gusts are possible, potentially some large hail, and a tornado or two also possible through the afternoon and the evening hours. So again, if you're in this general area, between 2 and 8 p.m. is what we're watching for that cold front to dive in. It could be closer to 3 before it starts reaching our northern counties, but we're saying generally between 2 and 8 p.m. The Tri-Cities prime time, probably 4 to 7 p.m. in the Tri-Cities metro if we're going to see severe weather. Right now, the only storm that we're watching that has any indication of being severe is the storm in Smith County and Grayson County. Here, kind of what's left of round 1. Right now in this area, we are still watching some rotation within this area as well. There's a new radar scan. The rotation is broad, but there in northern Grayson County, northwest of Independence, right there is that rotation. If I switch to the shear tracker, we will once again see radar is also picking up on that wind shear and that rotation within this thunderstorm. Looking at the potential for some large hail within this, east of Marion, down towards Sugar Grove as well, where we could see some up to quarter-size hail within this storm. Again, we're sticking live on the air because a severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for Smith and Grayson County. The reason we're staying on the air is because this warning has the tornado possible tag, which means there is some rotation in the storm. Rotation is not strong enough for a tornado warning just yet, but rotation is in this storm enough that we could see a quick spin-up tornado. So again, if you're in this area, we want to advise you here to at least be indoors, kind of away from windows, and be prepared in case a tornado warning is issued for your location, especially pushing into the Grayson County area right now. That is what we are watching here. I had to get a drink of water. Let me pull this up, and that is kind of what we're looking at, the potential there of that, and we're about to get a new velocity scan. So I'm going to leave it on this for a second. And then as we take a look, I'm going to see if I can won't let me update that while we're on the air. So we'll just stay with this here. I was going to update our storm threat map, but it won't let me while we're on the air. So here comes that radar scan around here. We're still seeing rotation here. I'm about to switch us to the Independence camera right here. Let me put me back on just real quick. Right here is where we're watching that rotation develop. Switch to rotation tracker. And right there, yeah, we're seeing these red here. That's indicating the rotation is getting stronger. When we get to the yellow, that's very strong rotation. Rotation is definitely getting stronger here in northern Grayson County here in southwestern Virginia. So again, if you're in northern Grayson County, we want you to go ahead and seek shelter. Okay, right here, this will pass near or just northwest of Independence. I'm going to take me back off because I'm going to work on getting the Independence camera up. So this is a live look at Independence, Virginia. In this severe thunderstorm warning, and if I take this real quick, seeing a little bit of behind the scenes work just to make sure we get this camera on here and we're ready to go here. Let me just do that. And we are good. Let me put me back up. All right, and we are good here. So right there, that's where we're seeing the rotation here. Let's kind of zoom in, get us some road names on here as well. The radar doesn't freeze. So this is near Flat Ridge, 672. See if the road names come up here. Highway 6, State Route 674. Let's see, I believe Coomers Rock Road. This area kind of here as we go street level tracking, Barton Crossroad, Birtle Creek, Fox, between Mouth of Wilson and Independence. That's where we're going to watch the potential for a tornado within this cell. Right there is where that potential of a tornado is. In the bottom right of your screen, you're looking live at Independence, Virginia. In the top left, this is a live look at First Warn Doppler radar. You are watching First Warn Tri-Cities live severe weather coverage. I'm First Warn Tri-Cities chief forecaster Skylar Doyle, tracking these severe thunderstorm warnings, and yes, tracking the potential of a quick spin-up tornado in Grayson County, Virginia. And let me make sure that this is on the current scan. Shear tracker has went down just a little bit, but we're going to see very closely right here. That's kind of where that threat of a possible tornado would be within this cell. And I'm going to check. The Weather Service hasn't updated this warning or anything. Again, we're here because of the rotation and the potential this storm could have some damaging straight line wind gusts of 60 miles an hour, but it could have a quick spin-up tornado. We do our best anytime there's the potential of a tornado to be live on the air, giving you the latest coverage. This evening, that's going to be kind of tough, unfortunately. We're going to do the best we can to give you as many updates as we can this evening. But right here, that is where we're watching a potential of a quick spin-up tornado within this severe thunderstorm warning. The Weather Service has got the tornado possible tag on this warning. So, and for parts of Smith County, really rotation parts out of Smith County and into Grayson County, northwest of Independence, right here. That's where we're watching. And actually, my radar is a scan behind. And now the rotation is right here, northeast of Mouth of Wilson, northwest of Independence. So again, if you're in that area, we will be watching the threat of a potential tornado closely. And again, that has kind of broadened out some now. So again, we do still have the potential. We now have a little bit broader of a rotation, which is good news. But right here, that's where that broad rotation is. We're still tracking it closely. Severe thunderstorm warning does remain in effect with the tornado possible tag until 12:45. If this trend continues, we'll likely be able to get off and not have to do the tornado possible tag that long. And yes, this rotation is broadening out, so that's good. And I'm just fixing our storm threats here. And then we should be able to go to it. Let's see. Yes, so we have a medium threat of damaging winds through the afternoon and evening hours, a low risk of a spin-up tornado, but it's not zero, low risk of hail, low risk of flooding. So that's what we have. We have the SPC level 2 out of 5 risk of severe thunderstorms.
This is a First Warn Tri-Cities severe weather alert.
Turn that off and come back to this. So this is a live look at Independence in the bottom right of your screen, and we have the radar here. And I'm going to put myself back on the radar in a moment right now. You're in the top left of your screen. So again, as we head toward the velocity, or the reflectivity, excuse me, this is a lot of heavy rain, potential for some gusty 50 to 60 mile an hour winds, potential for some small hail within this as well. Need to fix that banner to be red. Basically, pushing down into Grayson County now. And again, we do have the potential of some shear or some rotation in northern Grayson County. Shear tracker starting to think it's picking up again near Flat Ridge. Let's go to the velocity. I'm still thinking this is a little broad. It's definitely not tight enough for a tornado, but we could see, a wall cloud, something of that nature here. I do want to look at one thing that during a situation like this, sometimes I like to use. There is a machine learning model called StormNet that does very well with things like this, with short-term kind of model detection. And it does elevate the risk of a tornado within this storm as it pushes through Grayson County. So that's something we'll be watching. It does kind of have a little elevated risk here in the next 10 to 15 minutes for a brief tornado. So we're going to stick with this. This is getting close to the North Carolina state line. So if it's in Ashe County, it'll be in our area. Allegheny County is not. So with the way this rotation is tracking, the rotation might track mainly into Allegheny County, which would be good for our viewing area. But again, if I go to the reflectivity on this, we're still watching this storm like a hawk. There it is. And this is not updated. For some reason, I'm not getting updates. Let me go back to that storm. Oh, there we go. There's the updated reflectivity. There is our updated velocity as well, and then our updated rotation track. Let's see how it pops up, and it's still showing that elevated threat of a brief tornado in here. So again, if you're in the Grayson County area, Barton Crossroad, Flat Ridge, Barty Creek, Fox, Oak Hill, near Mouth of Wilson, Independence area, might not be bad to make sure you're at least indoors, maybe away from windows as this storm kind of pushes through. This is going to hit right down near Birtle Creek, maybe just west of Independence as it pushes off to the south and east, like this. Where these reds and these greens are coming together, it's our broad area of rotation. It's not strong, but it is a broad area there that we're watching closely. Rotation, we have that new radar scan coming through. Let me look at the hail tracker within this. Most of the hail now is going to be in northern Grayson County near Flat Ridge. Velocity, there it is. It's about to update. I think a scan is going around right now, and it is. And again, that's just very broad rotation. So again, we're watching broad rotation pushing into the Birtle Creek, Fox, Independence area of Grayson County. This is broadened out a lot. I do think this storm could still have some 50 to 60 mile an hour winds, some potential quarter-size hail with it. I think the tornado threat for now with this cell has diminished enough to where I'm comfortable with going off the air. The rotation is broadened out. It could tighten back up. If it does, I'm going to watch it like a hawk behind the scenes. If it tightens back up, we'll be back on the air. For now, though, we're going to go off the air. We'll be back as need be from the First Warning Tri-Cities Severe Weather Center.